Namaste, viewers. It's Wednesday morning, April 9, 2025, and I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Welcome to ST Money's 7 a.m. early morning news, where we provide you the latest, concise, and precise stock market wrap with accurate figures and numbers. Just to note, the markets will be closed tomorrow on account of Mahavir Jayanti. Benchmark indices stayed a strong rebound on April 8, snapping a 3-day losing streak as across the board buying revived sentiment in line with the rally across Asian markets and Europe. Snapping the 3-day losing streak, Indian benchmark equity indices BSE Sensex and NSE Nifty 50 rebounded from previous sessions' losses, which were exacerbated over US President Donald Trump's reciprocal tariff and concerns around higher levies from China. The rebound follows the sharp sell-off on April 7 that wiped out 16 lakh crore rupees in market capitalization. The gains on April 9 have resulted in investors' wealth rising by more than 7 lakh crore rupees. At close, the Sensex was up 1,089 points or 1.5% at 74,227, and the Nifty was up 374 points or 1.69% at 22,536. The primary reason behind the recent sell-off is the fear of a full-blown global trade war and its potential to tip the world economy into a recession. Countries including China, Canada, and the European Union have spoken about retaliatory tariffs on American goods and the uncertainty around whether a settlement can be reached before the next phase of tariff hikes is causing widespread nervousness. Despite the rebound, several market experts advise investors to maintain a cautious stance in the short term, citing continued uncertainty stemming from tariff related tensions. Investors may continue in a wait and watch mode since it will take some time for clarity to emerge. However, since India's macros are stable and the economy can grow at around 6% in FY26 and the valuations seem fair, particularly in large caps, long term investors can start nibbling at high quality large caps like the leading financials. Since Trump is unlikely to impose tariffs on pharmaceuticals at this stage, pharma stocks which are attractively priced appear to be good buys also. Among key stocks, Geo Financials, Shriram Finance, Titan Company, Cipla, Bharat Electronics were the major gainers on the Nifty, while the sole loser was Power Grid. The broader market, represented by mid and small cap 100 indices, also mirrored positive trends with gains of 2.3% each. All 13 sectoral indices ended in the green, with capital goods, consumer durables, FMCG, oil and gas, PSU, realty, telecom, and media were up the most. Tech majors such as TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, and Wipro rose as much as 4% in the afternoon session as the sector prepares to kick off its March quarter earnings season in 2 days' time. Shares of oil manufacturing companies, OMCs, such as Hindustan Petroleum Corporation, Bharat Petroleum Corporation, and Indian Oil Corporation, surged in trade, lifted by government's decision to raise the price of household LPG and special excise duty on petrol and diesel. Oil companies are expected to recover 900,000 crore rupees in FY26 through the 50 rupees hike in domestic LPG prices, which will offset the ongoing losses, according to sources. Shares of InfoEdge, the parent company of job search platform Naukri.com, surged nearly 5% on April 8 after the company reported a 19% rise in standalone billings during the January-March quarter of financial year 25. The shares of companies were trading at 4.5% higher at Rs 6,684 a piece in the afternoon. The stocks of electronic manufacturing services firms in India rose about 9% on April 8 amid reports of Apple planning to source more iPhones from India to the US to beat the tariffs imposed on China. The Cupertino-based tech major is looking to implement the plan as a temporary measure to offset the high cost of imports due to the tariffs imposed on Beijing, the American daily Wall Street Journal reported. India's volatility index, India VIX, often referred to as the fear gauge, also cooled down significantly, dropping by over 10% to hover around the 20 mark. This came after a dramatic spike the previous day when the index surged by as much as 66% to hit a high of 5-year high. Investors now await the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee MPC meeting's decision scheduled for today. along with India Inc.'s Q4 earning and macroeconomic data later in the week. Going forward, the Monetary Policy Committee of Reserve Bank of India will most likely opt for a rate cut in its latest policy review on April 9. The liquidity situation in the banking system has improved, supporting growth, which may be facing downward risk due to the tariff impact. However, analysts suggest that the Reserve Bank of India's likely 25 basis point rate cut may not provide the necessary upside trigger to the markets as investors remain fixated on the broader impact of the escalating US led trade war. Stocks to watch today: Senco Gold, Phoenix Mills, Home First Finance, Concord Biotech, Sashken Tech, BPCL, IRB Infrastructure, Shyam Metallics and Energy, Swan Defense and Heavy Industries, Vodafone Idea, NTPC, Karnataka Bank, PNB Housing Finance, Hindustan Aeronautics, Italian India, Fluorochemicals, Route Mobile, Gale India, NTPC, Green Energy, and Sonata Software will be in focus on April 9. What now for today? From a technical standpoint, the current market conditions appear quite troubling. This dramatic increase in volatility indicates significant uncertainty among investors. The spinning top candlestick pattern observed on the daily chart suggests indecisiveness between the bulls and bears. In conjunction with the downward sloping channel identified on the daily chart, allow for a decline towards 21,750 to 21,400 in the forthcoming periods. On the support levels, 21,800 to 22,000 could serve as a cushion, helping to stabilize the market amid the heightened volatility. Despite ongoing uncertainty, the stable macroeconomic fundamentals of India and fair valuations in large cap stocks are expected to support the market in the long run. Overall, the market's ability to bounce back from significant losses suggests a robust underlying sentiment, though investors are likely to remain in a wait and watch mode until more clarity emerges on global trade tensions. In the US overnight, hopes for a quick end to extreme volatility were dashed after a White House official said the US is moving forward with tariffs on China as high as 104%. The S&P 500 lost 79 points, or 1.5% to end at 4,983, down 5,000 points. While the Nasdaq Composite lost 335 points, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 320 points to 37,646. Brent crude is at $61.55 a barrel. Gold is rupees 87,850 per 10 grams, and silver is rupees 89,200 per kilogram. And that's the wrap for today, my dear viewers. And if you got value from this, please do subscribe, like, and share this video as much as possible. You can contact me at st@st-money.com for further information. I will see you again on Thursday morning, as tomorrow is a trading holiday on account of Mahavir Jayanti. In the meantime, happy investing, stay inspired, and remember, it's all about money.